something. I'm not supposed to tell anybody yet, but I heard that Mr. Mendence is working on a brand new video that will blow your mind. I don't want to get caught. Supposedly from the makers of Baked Bean and Cornbread Productions comes a movie unlike any other movie you've seen before, called Perimeter and Area. Now, I've also heard that not only is he making this movie, but he has invited special guests to help him with this. And I think it's going to make it very interesting. So without further ado, here it comes. Baked Bean and Cornbread Production presents Perimeter and Area. Hey, you. I'm John Brown, and I've been hired to guard the perimeter. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is gonna get through on my watch. Come on, follow me as I guard the perimeter. Let's go. Hey. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perimeter. Hey, first. Take turn. Perimeter. Search John Brown. Nobody will get through. John Brown. Perimeter. This. Perimeter. Wait a minute. What was that? I don't know if you heard, but I've already failed once at Harper's Ferry. It ain't happening again. You hear me? It ain't. I've done my due diligence, and I'll guard this place with my life. Because I'm John Brown, and that's what John Brown does. Here we are. I'm Baby Mendence, and nobody can get in my area or else. What is that? Get out of my area! No! Bang! I don't want to do this! Get in my area! Here we are, boys and girls. I just want to say that was great work by John Brown and Baby Mendence. But I am a little upset that my movie secrets were revealed before we even made the movie. Not really happy about that. Right now I'm going to go ahead. We're working on a project, and sometimes you ask, why is math important? Why do we need to learn this junk? And, because I have a lot of time on my hands now, my wife wants me to do yard work. Yay. So excited. Anyway, as you can see my daughter's playground in the background, we're working on putting down some tarp to keep weeds from growing in her playground area. So I need to figure out the dimensions in order to buy the right amount of tarp. So I've got my trusty tape measure here, and to save some time, I've already got the dimensions figured out, but we're going to go ahead and show you the fast forward version of me measuring. Ladies and gentlemen, don't try this at home without a trained professional. Here we go. Okay, just found out that the width of the playground is 17 feet. Join me in just a second to figure out what the length is going to be. Hey boys and girls, we're back here to show you now the length of Mr. Mendence's playground. So here we go again, fast forward style. Okay, before I tell you the measurement there, number one, make sure you're wearing shoes when you're doing this. Rocks hurt. And number two, please do not ever tape measure like that. Number one, my tape measure is too small. And number two, you want to be very careful with your measurements. Otherwise, you're going to buy the wrong amount of stuff and then you're going to get yelled at by an angry Andrea. Not fun. Okay, that's it. A 17 by 33 is the dimensions. We're going to finish up in Mr. Mendence's studio to figure out the actual math. See you in a minute. Hey boys and girls, welcome to Mr. Mendence's studio, where all the magic math happens. I'm just glad you're here with me. What we decided to do is we got the dimensions of the playground, but we wanted to recap what Mr. John Brown had shared with us about perimeter. So let me go ahead and get out my trusty blue marker. My class knows what's coming. Okay, let's try again here. This is embarrassing. John Brown guarded the perimeter. I noticed that he walked all the way around the perimeter. That means you'd have to add all the sides up in order to figure out the perimeter. You know what else I noticed? Perimeter begins with a P. And so does plus. So, perimeter means plus, and it means to add the length plus the width plus the length plus the width. Okay? Then we have area. Oh, I remember baby Mendence. He didn't want anyone coming into his area or he'd cry. So that must mean that area is the inside of the shape. In order to figure out area, boys and girls, we do what? Length times width, that's correct. Now for this particular project, I really just need to figure out the area, but for fun, we're going to do the perimeter. We're going to do it in a quick way. So here's my rectangle. And remember we said 17 feet by 17 feet, and then 33 feet was the length. Now let's do the perimeter quick. I bet I could beat you. 17 plus 33. 17 plus 33. And then we got 50 and 50, and we add those together, and you get 100 feet. Wow, that's weird. Okay, that was fun, but we really need to know area so that Mr. Mendence can make the wife happy by doing the project correctly. So here we go. We're going to multiply 33 times 17. My class, you know what's coming here. We're going to go ahead and cover up the 1. Do 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 2 is 23. Drop your 0. 1 times 3, 1 times 3. And it ends up being 561 feet squared. Now, this is great because what us guys do sometimes is that we come in and we say, hey, I need some tarp, I don't know how much. But at least with math numbers now, I can go in and tell them that I need 561 feet squared, okay? And that way, I can go ahead and get the right amount without spending too much money. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'm going to tell John Brown and baby Mendence that you said hey. And once again, this is Mendence signing out in the studio. Until next time. And oh, by the way, thank goodness nobody was hurt during this video. Um, John Brown can be a little angry sometimes, but luckily nobody was injured in making this video. I'm going to go ahead and erase this real quick, and I will see you later. Goodbye for now in the Mendence studio. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, I'm okay. Seriously, I'm okay.